Imagine holding a coin worth over $1 million, something so rare, most people don't even know it exists. You might have walked past one, or even had it lying in a drawer at home. But this penny? It's different. Today, we're uncovering the hidden story behind the mysterious 1980 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1,400,000 for a penny. So, how can you tell if the one sitting in your jar might be the one? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify it, and what you need to do if you're lucky enough to find one. And trust me, you won't want to miss this. But first, let's address the question on everyone's mind. A penny? Really? Could a penny really make you rich, or is this just wishful thinking? In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced millions of 1-cent coins in different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most coins from these mints bear a mark, the tiny letter that tells you where it came from. But here's where it gets interesting. Out of those millions of pennies minted that year, a small handful slipped through the cracks without a mint mark. And that's what makes them so valuable. No mint mark means there's no telling exactly where these coins came from, making them even more rare and coveted among collectors. Now, think about it. Wouldn't you rather find $1 million penny than the pennies you always find stuck between your couch cushions? Alright, let's get down to the details. So, how do you know if the penny you've got is worth $1.4 million or just, well, 1 cent? First, look closely at the date, 1980. Then, check under Lincoln's bust. Normally, you'd see a tiny letter, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or a blank for Philadelphia. But a true no-mint mark penny from 1980 is an anomaly. It's blank without being from Philadelphia. If you have that, you might be holding on to something extremely special. Stay with me because I'm about to reveal the surprising reasons why collectors are willing to pay over $1 million for this coin and how you can maximize its value. So why is it worth so much? Simple. Supply and demand? Collectors are obsessed with rare mint errors. And the 1980 no-mint mark penny fits right into that sweet spot, super rare and highly desirable. These are the two ingredients that create insane value. And in today's market, that demand has pushed the price up to record-breaking levels. Now, before you start flipping every penny in your piggy bank, remember, there's a difference between rare and really rare. Not every penny without a mint mark is going to make you a millionaire. But if yours happens to be one of these rare few, you could be sitting on a life-changing treasure. Think about what that money could do. That dream house, a luxury vacation, helping your family live the life you've always wanted, and all it took was a penny. So, what's next? If you've got a 1980 penny with no mint mark, here's what I want you to do. First, don't clean it. Cleaning can reduce its value. Second, consult a reputable coin appraiser. They'll verify the coin's authenticity and condition and help you understand its true worth. And finally, hold on to it, because its value may continue to rise. If you're ready to uncover more hidden gems, turn your spare change into serious wealth, and learn about the most sought-after coins that could change your life, hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey. Ever thought a single penny could change your life? Well, if you're holding on to an old jar of coins, today's the day to take a closer look. There's a rare penny from 1979, marked with a subtle D for Denver, that could fetch you over $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single, unassuming penny that might make you wealthier than you ever imagined. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to take you step by step through everything you need to know. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you might find yourself racing to your coin stash. Let's dive in. So, why is this penny worth so much? After all, we're talking about a coin that, for most of us, we'd probably just throw in this spare change jar. But this is no ordinary coin. This is one of those rare, almost mythical finds that serious collectors will pay fortunes to own. A penny worth more than most people's yearly salary, even more than some homes. And here's the kicker. These aren't just held in museums or high-security vaults. No, these pennies have popped up in dusty drawers, old piggy banks, and yes, even in ordinary collections across America. In fact, there's a real possibility that one could be sitting in your home right now. Ever feel like your junk drawer could be worth $1 million? Usually, it's just mystery keys and rubber bands. But today, we might actually be right. Now, what exactly makes this coin, the 1979 D Lincoln penny, so incredibly valuable? Let's unravel the mystery. Alright, here's where things get exciting. Collectors value coins for all sorts of reasons: rarity, condition, historical errors. The 1979 D Lincoln penny hits the mark on all three. First, it was minted in Denver, which already makes it somewhat rare. But that's just the start. The reason these coins can reach such astronomical values is a combination of rarity and minting errors. Yes, imperfections on the coin itself. And not just any flaw will do, these errors must be significant, enough to transform a simple penny into a rare treasure. Let me explain. During the minting process in 1979, a select batch of pennies was produced with errors on the mint mark or date. These defective coins slipped past quality control and out into the world. And over time, collectors realized just how rare and valuable they were. Today, those pennies can be worth a small fortune. You'd be surprised at how tiny, overlooked details, like a small doubling of the mint mark or a misaligned image, can turn a penny into gold. By the way, if you're thinking, how can one little penny be worth more than a brand new Porsche? You're not alone. But here we are. So now you know why it's valuable. But do you know how to spot one? It's all in the details, and you're going to want to pay close attention here. Alright, so here's the moment you've been waiting for. I'm going to show you how to recognize this incredibly rare penny. Grab a magnifying glass, because you'll need it to check for these features. First, find the D mint mark, just below the date on the penny's right side. Does it look a little doubled or unusually thick? That's what you want. Errors in the 1979 D penny often involve slight imperfections in this tiny mark. Next, examine the date itself. Some of these coins have an odd, doubling effect, or a shift in the numbers. If yours has any of these characteristics, you might be sitting on a treasure. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if I do have one of these pennies? How do I cash in? Here's the strategy. Before you run to the nearest dealer, have your coin professionally appraised. Experts will verify its authenticity and value. A quick online listing could get you bids in the thousands, but an appraisal could lead to a serious auction, possibly bringing in that $1 million bid. And that's where the magic happens. Auctions are where these pennies truly shine, often selling for far beyond their estimated value when the right collectors are in the room. But there's one last thing. What if I told you that there's another penny, from a different year, that could be worth even more? Stick around till the end to hear about it. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1979 D Lincoln penny and how it went from pocket change to a collector's dream. Remember, wealth can be hidden in the most unlikely places, sometimes even within the coins you toss aside. This penny is more than just money, it's a symbol of life's little surprises, the things we overlook that turn out to hold incredible worth. So, go on, check your stash. Who knows? You might just be holding the key to an unbelievable windfall. And if you're feeling inspired by this story, imagine what other hidden treasures might be waiting out there, ready to be discovered. Imagine this. You're cleaning out an old drawer, going through a dusty coin jar, and among all those regular pennies, you find one that looks different. A penny that could be worth, get this, a staggering $1.5 million. Yes, that's right. Just a single penny that could change your life forever. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1964 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. How much is it actually worth? What makes it so valuable? And perhaps most importantly, how do you know if you have one hiding somewhere in your collection? Stick around to find out because, believe it or not, this might be the opportunity of a lifetime. And yes, if you miss it, someone else could end up cashing in on your $1 million penny. First, let's take a moment to understand why certain coins, like this 1964 no-mint mark penny, can command prices that sound like something out of a movie. Most people look at coins as just pocket change. In fact, how many of us have walked by a penny on the street without even stopping? But here's the truth. Certain coins are so rare and valuable that collectors, investors, and historians are willing to pay jaw-dropping amounts to get their hands on them. So what sets these coins apart? Coins become valuable based on three main factors: rarity, condition, and demand. In the case of this specific 1964 penny, the no mint mark is what makes it so incredibly rare. No mint mark on this penny indicates it was minted in Philadelphia under unique conditions, and very few of these coins made it out in circulation. Because of this, even a single coin from that year can be worth, well, more than your entire retirement account. And don't worry, you won't need to dig through thousands of pennies to find one. I'll tell you exactly what to look for in just a moment. Alright, so here's where things get exciting. There are a few specific signs that can tell you if you've hit the jackpot. And the great part? Some of these signs are simple to spot if you know what to look for. Now, if you've ever held a 1964 penny, you'll notice it's not exactly a new, shiny coin. It's got that worn look to it. But the trick lies in the small details. You see, most 1964 pennies have a tiny D or S on them, representing the Denver or San Francisco mints. However, if yours is missing that mark entirely, and it's in excellent condition, it could very well be one of the few that's worth its weight in, well, gold. A single moment, a glint of copper, and suddenly you're looking at an actual piece of history. That's what makes this coin so powerful. It represents not just an investment, but a slice of American heritage that's somehow made its way into your hands. Feels like destiny, doesn't it? And let me tell you, there's a fierce urgency here. More collectors are catching on to this trend. Every month that passes could be another missed opportunity as prices rise, so if you have one, this is definitely the time to start exploring. Now, before you go turning over every penny jar in the house, let's take a second. A penny worth $1 million sounds a bit wild, right? But remember, this isn't a fairy tale, it's real, and it's happening now. Here's a thought: how many of us have ignored that old jar of change in the garage, assuming it's worthless? Funny how suddenly you're thinking about checking it out, right? So now, here's what you need to do. Take out those pennies and look closely. The perfect $1 million penny will have no mint mark, and it'll be in near perfect condition, free from scratches, dings, or excessive wear. But even if it's not pristine, a rare coin is still a rare coin and can fetch a significant price. What next? Well, if you think you've found it, don't rush to the nearest buyer. Hold on to that excitement. This is where patience pays off, literally. Instead, reach out to a trusted numismatist, an expert in rare coins, who can help verify its authenticity. They'll help guide you through the process, potentially leading you to an auction or a private buyer who can offer the true worth of your discovery. This is the big moment, the climax of your journey from casual coin holder to someone who's literally holding a fortune. Just imagine, you, discovering one of the rarest coins in existence. There's a reason this penny is sought after by so many. It's part of history, part of the American story, and now it could be part of your legacy. Now, imagine cashing in on that discovery, making a life-changing amount of money. What would you do? Buy a house, retire early, travel the world? But here's the thing, we're just scratching the surface. There are other coins out there, ones just as rare, just as valuable, and they might be hiding in your own collection. The 1964 no mint mark penny might be your golden ticket today, but what about tomorrow? Could another penny be worth even more? So, before you let this chance slip by, take action. Check your change jar, your pockets, even that old piggy bank you haven't looked at in years. Because if you do find that 1964 penny, or something else of value, you could be on the way to building the kind of wealth most people only dream about. And if this video has sparked even the smallest bit of curiosity, hit subscribe. Stick around. Because you never know what hidden treasures might just be waiting for you to uncover. Imagine holding a penny, a single penny, that could change your life forever. Not just any penny, but a 1995 D. Lincoln penny, one that collectors are now valuing at over $1.2 million. That's right, one penny potentially worth $1 million. Now I know what you're thinking. How can a coin I used to find between couch cushions be worth a small fortune? Well, that's exactly what we're about to uncover. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might just be rummaging through your own collection. And let me tell you, if you come across one of these rare gems, you might be holding your own ticket to wealth. Hey, I can see you looking at that jar of coins on your kitchen counter. Don't go rushing over just yet. Trust me, you're going to want to hear what makes this coin so special first. In today's video, we're not only diving into what makes this penny worth over $1 million, we're also covering how to spot one, what key details increase its value, and why these pennies have collectors practically scrambling to get their hands on them. Let's start with a little story. Picture it, 1995, the Denver Mint. As coins were being produced, a very special batch slipped through the cracks, a batch with unique features, misprints, and markings that created one of the rarest modern penny varieties in existence. This is where it gets interesting. Not all 1995 pennies are created equal. It's the Denver Mint's small yet significant D-mint mark that makes these particular coins stand out. But that's not all. Other details, like doubling on the words Liberty or In God We Trust, have collectors buzzing. Have you ever thought of a penny as a high-stakes investment? I know it sounds crazy, but that's exactly what these coins have become in the world of rare collectibles. The truth is, coins like this can appreciate in value faster than stocks or real estate. And with the right coin, you're not looking at a slow return, you're looking at a leap in wealth. But wait, what's the catch? Why isn't every 1995 D penny selling for over $1 million? What sets these rare ones apart from the countless others minted in that same year? In a moment, we're going to break down the key features that can make, or break, the value of this 1995 D penny, and we'll reveal exactly why collectors are willing to pay so much for a coin that, at a glance, looks just like the one in your pocket. Now, here's the thing. Condition is everything. If your 1995 D penny is pristine, it's going to be worth far more than one with even the slightest wear. The term you'll often hear is MS67 or Mint State 67, which is a grading scale that tells collectors this coin is near perfect. Only a few coins ever reach this condition. The finer the details, the fewer the flaws, the higher the grade, and the higher the grade, the higher the value. It's a simple formula, but one that makes a world of difference when we're talking about a potential $1 million coin. Think you've found a 1995 D penny in good shape? Then, it's time to get it professionally graded. But don't get too eager. Make sure to check for the telltale markers like doubling on Liberty, the mint mark placement, and an overall shine that stands out. And please don't try to shine it up yourself. One of the quickest ways to ruin a coin's value is by cleaning it. Trust me, that one's best left to the professionals. Once graded, your next step is to find the right market. Auctions, coin collectors' networks, and rare coin dealers are all potential places to cash in on this valuable find. But here's the catch. There's only a small window where interest in these coins will be at its peak. So if you're serious about cashing in, you'll want to act quickly. Just imagine finding a coin worth over $1 million, selling it, and suddenly being free to live the life you've always dreamed of. All from a penny most people overlook. This is a rare opportunity, a tiny piece of history with life-changing potential. So, are you going to keep overlooking those old pennies? Or will you start paying attention to the small details that might just lead to your fortune? Remember, it's not just about a penny, it's about the potential for financial freedom, hidden in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare, valuable coins, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You never know, your next big discovery could be just one video away. Imagine holding a simple, unassuming penny in your hand, but this one isn't just any penny. It's a 1994 Lincoln 1-cent coin, with no mint mark, hiding an extraordinary value of over $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth over $1 million. Just imagine finding it in an old coin jar, tucked away for decades, only to discover you're holding the key to a wealthy lifestyle. Today, we're going to break down exactly why this coin is so incredibly valuable and, Most importantly, what you need to know if you hope to find one. Don't underestimate the power of a coin. This particular 1994 penny could be your golden ticket, and by the end of this video, you'll know if your dreams of turning old coins into serious cash are within reach. Stick with me till the end, because we'll be covering the details that most people overlook, details that could be the difference between a penny and a payout of a lifetime. The first question that comes to mind is simple: what makes this penny worth so much? After all, it's just 1 cent, right? Well, not quite. The 1994 Lincoln penny without a mint mark holds a unique place in the world of rare coin collecting. Its rarity is off the charts, and even seasoned collectors are left scratching their heads at its sudden surge in value. This is more than just a rare coin, it's a treasure that's defied the odds, and it could be hiding in your very home. Let's pause and think about that. When was the last time you checked your spare change, or that coin jar collecting dust in the back of a closet? This is one of those rare situations where ordinary turns extraordinary, where the humble coin sitting in a forgotten drawer could end up funding your dream home, paying off your debts, or even setting you up for an early retirement. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. So, what is it about this particular penny that's creating waves in the market? Here's the thing, it's the lack of a mint mark that makes it a game changer. Normally, a US coin has a small letter indicating the mint where it was produced: Denver, Philadelphia, San Francisco, you name it. But this one doesn't. That missing mark means everything. And it's not just the rarity, it's the allure of finding something that's 1 in a million. The absence of the mint mark is like a silent whisper, telling a story of rarity and exclusivity that only a few will ever truly appreciate. Now, before you start breaking out every penny in the house, I have to warn you, not every 1994 penny is worth millions. Don't go raiding your kid's piggy bank just yet. But if you happen to come across one, your heart might just skip a beat. So, how did we get to a valuation of over $1 million for a penny? It's not just a whim or a collector's daydream. There are cold, hard facts driving this astronomical figure. The coin market has a way of turning simple pieces of metal into gold mines, and right now, rare penny coins are at the forefront of this surge. The rarity of this coin doesn't just rest on its lack of a mint mark but also on its pristine condition. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar, scratch that, top millions, for a penny in mint state. This means flawless, no scratches, no blemishes. You're probably wondering, who even finds a penny like that? But some people do. And when they do, they're looking at the opportunity of a lifetime. Let's not forget, collectors aren't the only players here. Investors are getting in on the action too, recognizing the potential of coins like this as assets. Yes, the same way people invest in real estate or stocks, coins are now becoming high-value assets. But here's the twist: as demand grows, so does the scarcity. More and more collectors and investors want these coins, which means the value is only going up. It's almost like a hidden financial world unfolding beneath our fingertips, waiting for the right person to stumble across a piece of it. But here's a burning question: how do you know if your penny is the one worth $1.1 million? Because only a few coins make the cut. And we're about to dive into the details that could make or break your chances. Alright, here's where things get serious. If you're going to dig through your coins, you need to know what you're looking for. Finding a 1994 penny with no mint mark alone isn't enough. You need to assess its condition, and for this, it's crucial to get it graded by a professional. Grading determines whether a coin is considered mint state, or almost mint state, which is a game changer. This part is critical because collectors and auction houses are looking for coins that practically glow with perfection. Now, if you do have a promising coin, it's time to get it appraised. Coin appraisal is an art form and a science combined, and a reputable appraiser can confirm the coin's worth and help you navigate the next steps. This isn't something to leave to chance. You want to work with experts, people who know the market and understand the stakes. But here's the catch. Even if you think you've found the penny, if you hesitate, you could miss out. Time is a factor here. The coin market can be volatile, and while this penny is worth millions today, tomorrow is a different story. If you wait too long, the market could shift, and that $1 million dream could vanish. Imagine knowing you had the opportunity to secure life-changing money and letting it slip away. That's the urgency here, and that's why you need to act fast. Think about it. What would you do with an extra $1 million? Maybe take a trip around the world? Pay off that mortgage? Or just roll in the satisfaction of knowing you turned a penny into a fortune? Don't worry, we all would. To sum it up, the 1994 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is a rare gem that could genuinely turn your financial life around if you're lucky enough to find one. This isn't just about coins, it's about seizing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's about finding value where others don't see it, about transforming something simple into something extraordinary. So, here's what I urge you to do: take this seriously, get looking, and don't waste any time. Dig out those old pennies, get them evaluated, and who knows, you might be holding the key to $1 million future. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the hidden world of high-value pennies. If this video inspired you to start your own treasure hunt, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more insights on finding hidden value in everyday objects, and comment below if you're ready to dive into the world of rare coins. But what if I told you this tiny coin could actually be worth $1.9 million? Yes, you heard that right. One single penny that could transform your lifestyle, fund a luxury retirement, or even provide financial freedom for generations. This isn't a dream. This is the reality of the 1951 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. If you've got one of these lying around, it could be a ticket to the kind of life you've always wanted. And in this video, we're going to break down exactly why this particular penny is so incredibly valuable and how you might turn an overlooked coin into a once-in-a-lifetime windfall. First, let's rewind to 1951. It was a time of prosperity in America. Post-war industry was booming, and pennies were in everyone's pocket. But what made this particular penny different? Well, not all 1951 pennies are created equal. We're talking specifically about the 1951 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Most pennies carry a small stamp from the city where they were minted, either a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But this penny? It has nothing. And in the world of coin collecting, that absence makes it priceless. So, why is that important? Think about this. It's like a limited edition item. Only, in this case, people didn't realize they were holding something rare. It's like finding a vintage car in your garage and realizing it's the only one left in the world. Coins without a mint mark were produced in Philadelphia, but few have survived in pristine condition. And those few? Well, they're the treasure we're talking about today. Speaking of treasures, who else thought their childhood piggy bank was basically a pirate's chest of fortune? Turns out, maybe it was, if you kept the right pennies. So, why does this penny have the power to command a jaw-dropping price tag of up to $1.9 million? The value of these coins lies in their rarity, yes, but also in their condition. Coin collectors, or numismatists, have a word for this: mint state. If your penny is crisp, shiny, and seemingly untouched, you've hit the jackpot. These rare, pristine coins are so sought after that they become treasures for avid collectors willing to pay top dollar. This means a penny with no scratches, no marks, no wear, and this kind of condition isn't easy to find. Here's where things get serious. Over time, many coins from this era have been scratched, tarnished, or simply lost. But those in mint condition, especially without the mint mark, have a near mythical quality among collectors. When one pops up on the market, a kind of bidding frenzy takes place. But how do you even know if the penny in your possession is the real deal? How do you distinguish between an ordinary 1-cent coin and one that's worth millions? This is where it gets thrilling. Knowing how to identify and authenticate your coin could be the key to unlocking a fortune. First, take a good look under proper lighting. If it's shiny and bears no visible mint mark, that's a promising sign. But it doesn't stop there. You'll need a certified appraisal to verify its authenticity and condition. Think of it as a way to ensure that your hidden treasure is the real deal, almost like verifying the authenticity of a rare piece of art. Ever wonder what kind of cars and houses a single penny could buy? Well, with $1.9 million, you might just be able to afford the lifestyle of a rock star. If you do have this rare 1951 penny, don't sit on it. Reach out to coin appraisers, auction houses, or even rare coin dealers. Many of these places will provide a free consultation to give you an idea of your penny's worth. With demand for rare coins like this only increasing, collectors are ready to pay top dollar to get their hands on one of these rare gems. Imagine being one of the few people in the world with a coin that collectors would do anything to own. Imagine turning a piece of pocket change into life-changing wealth. Are you holding on to a treasure without realizing it? Look closely, because that one small penny could be your path to financial freedom, a luxurious lifestyle, or perhaps even your legacy. And who knows? Maybe your next lucky coin is closer than you think. So, the question is, have you checked your pennies lately? Imagine holding a penny worth over $1 million. A simple, unassuming coin that could change your entire life. Yes, that 1964 Lincoln 1-cent coin tucked away in a drawer somewhere might just be the ticket to wealth beyond your wildest dreams. But here's the catch: not every 1964 penny will make you a millionaire. Today, we're diving deep into what makes this penny extraordinary, its elusive secrets, and what you need to know to strike gold in your own collection. Stay with me, because missing out on this information could mean missing out on a life-changing fortune. Let's rewind to the mid-1960s, a time of change, turbulence, and mystery. 1964 wasn't just the height of the civil rights movement or the Beatles' invasion. It was also the year the U.S. Mint quietly released a Lincoln cent that would go on to become one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in history. That's right, the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Here's the kicker: most 1964 pennies are common, everyday coins. But among the millions, there are a few rare specimens with unique characteristics that make them stand out from the rest. And the question every collector, investor, and coin enthusiast has is, why? This isn't just any rare penny. It's a coin with a no-mint mark, which, in coin collector terms, signifies that it was minted in Philadelphia. But here's where things get interesting. Out of millions of coins, some of these have unique qualities. Qualities that collectors and historians obsess over, paying extraordinary sums to get their hands on. So what exactly makes this penny worth up to $1.3 million? We'll uncover that in just a moment, but first, let's talk about how one simple oversight can mean the difference between an ordinary penny and a fortune. Now, let's talk about what sets this legendary coin apart from the rest. Unlike other pennies, the 1964 no-mint mark penny carries unique errors and characteristics that make it extremely rare. Certain misprints, for example, create patterns that catch the eyes of seasoned collectors. Think of these errors like fingerprints. No two are exactly the same, and they make each coin one of a kind. And here's the part that'll keep you on your toes: the tiniest of details, often missed by most eyes, can be worth $1 million. So how can you tell if your penny is the one? Look closely at its design features, such as its weight, size, and details on Lincoln's profile. Serious collectors often use magnification to check for microscopic irregularities or distinctive textures that signal rarity. For instance, one common indicator is known as a double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. It's a subtle difference, but it's one that sends the value skyrocketing. Imagine your reaction, handing over that penny at the grocery store for a pack of gum, only to find out later that you just gave away a fortune. Could you imagine? Or maybe you've been holding on to an old jar of coins, thinking nothing of it. The truth is, one small discovery could change everything. So, now that you know the secrets, how can you transform a simple penny into your $1 million ticket? Here's where action meets opportunity. Start by sifting through your old coins. Check for the date, 1964, with no mint mark. Grab a magnifying glass, or even better, take it to a coin appraisal expert. Remember, with collectors constantly on the lookout for these rarities, the value of this coin is only increasing as fewer pristine specimens are found. And while some people might brush this off as just a penny, let's face it, when it could be worth millions, wouldn't you want to be absolutely sure? The market value for this coin is no joke. Recently, some 1964 no-mint mark pennies have been sold at auction for figures that can only be described as life-changing. We're talking up to $1.3 million. But don't wait too long. Opportunities like this don't last forever. The market for rare coins is competitive, and once these coins are gone from circulation or snapped up by collectors, their value only grows. What would you do if you knew you were just a coin away from financial freedom? Imagine the possibilities: investing in a dream home, traveling the world, securing your retirement. Don't leave it to chance. The treasure hunt is calling, and who knows? That penny might just be the one waiting to unlock a new life for you. Thank you for joining me in this journey through history, mystery, and possibility. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into rare coins and hidden fortunes, because who knows? The next video might reveal a treasure you already have in your hands. Now get out there and start looking, because the next millionaire could be you. Imagine finding a tiny penny, just a simple copper coin, buried at the back of a drawer. It's dusty, worn, and looks like any other penny, but here's the catch: it's worth $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single cent, crafted in the year 1970, could be the ticket to a lifestyle you've only dreamed of. What if I told you this unassuming coin, the 1970 D. Lincoln penny, holds a value so rare, collectors and investors across the country are clamoring to get their hands on it? It all begins with a small but crucial mint mark, the letter D, just below the year. This tiny mark is no ordinary stamp. It's the Denver Mint's seal and represents a limited and highly sought-after mintage. It's this rarity that has skyrocketed its value. This is no longer just a penny. It's a piece of history, and for a select few, it's a financial jackpot. Now you might be thinking, sure, a penny worth millions sounds fantastic, but how did this coin get so valuable? Let's dive in deeper. Ever wonder why we're not all out there, flipping every coin in sight? You might feel tempted to take out a magnifying glass and examine every penny you own. By the end of this video, you just might. Why the 1970 D penny is worth millions. The worth of this penny isn't random. It's steeped in history and meticulous minting standards that changed over time. The 1970 D penny's value skyrocketed due to a rare combination of an overstriking error, where part of the previous year's minting design faintly shows up under 1970, and pristine condition. Only a few of these coins in high grades are known to exist today, making them one in a million. The thrill of finding a penny worth more than a mansion is captivating collectors. But here's the twist, which has even the most seasoned collectors holding their breath: not all 1970 D pennies are worth millions. That's right, it's a select few that carry this mysterious fortune. So, how do you tell if your coin is the one? Imagine the thrill of discovering that you own $1 million coin. Now, let's explore exactly how to spot the rare variations from the average ones so you know if you're sitting on a gold mine, or just a regular penny. How to identify and sell your $1 million penny. Now, let's get to the $1 million question, literally. If you own a 1970 D penny, you'll need to look for very specific features. First, inspect for an overstriking error, where the underlying year from a previous die is slightly visible under the 1970. Look closely at the mint condition, as higher grades exponentially increase the coin's worth. Grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service can help verify its authenticity, often adding tens of thousands to its market value. Once you know your coin is legitimate, how do you sell it? The key to getting top dollar for your rare penny is selling at high-profile auctions or through reputable coin dealers who specialize in rare U.S. currency. Many of these collectors have been searching for coins like yours their entire lives, and they're willing to pay handsomely for it. But here's the catch: demand for these rare coins is soaring, and there are only so many out there. As more collectors find them, prices could stabilize or even dip. The time to act is now, especially as demand from international investors rises. Imagine cashing out and funding that dream home, travel around the world, or simply securing a wealthy future. So, are you ready to dig through those old penny jars and unlock the mystery behind your coins? Keep your eyes open, because you never know, that penny lying around could be the very key to transforming your life. What if I told you that a simple penny could change your life forever? Yes, a penny. The right penny could put more than $1 million in your bank account. Today, we're diving into the mystery behind the rare 1965 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you have one, it could be worth $1.5 million. Are you holding a gold mine right now without even knowing it? It's the height of the 1960s. NASA is reaching for the stars, music is changing the world, and the US Mint is quietly creating coins, millions of them. But in 1965, something unusual happened. In the frenzy to meet coin demand, the Mint took a shortcut, resulting in the rare, no mint mark penny. You heard that right. No D for Denver, no S for San Francisco. Just a blank. This tiny detail makes a world of difference. Without that mint mark, this penny became incredibly rare, almost mythical. And rarity means value. Who knew? Back then, they were more focused on space than spare change. So what makes this penny worth $1.5 million today? Imagine this. Collectors worldwide are scouring their piggy banks, attics, and old jars for a penny most people wouldn't even look at twice. You see, the no mint mark 1965 penny is an enigma. And as with anything rare, the price goes sky high. There's something almost magical about finding a simple coin that, due to one little detail, can turn into a fortune. Think of it like discovering a forgotten piece of art from a legendary painter. Its worth is limitless to the right collector. And right now, these pennies are being auctioned at record prices, with no sign of slowing down. And here's where it gets even more interesting. One of these coins was just sold for a jaw-dropping amount. Stick around to find out how much. Think about it, one small detail separating an ordinary penny from $1 million payday. Most people go their entire lives never checking. What if you've had this treasure all along and never knew it? Now, here's what you need to look for. Take out any 1965 pennies you have, and first, find that date. Next, examine it closely. There shouldn't be any letter or mint mark below the date. If it's blank, hold on to that coin because you might be holding a fortune. And remember, condition matters. If it's well preserved, your penny's value could skyrocket. Get it appraised by a trusted coin dealer, or consider a reputable auction house that specializes in rare coins. And hey, worst case, you still have a cool story about an old penny. Best case, you're a millionaire. Not a bad day, right? But here's the thing, these coins are getting harder to find. Collectors are snatching them up faster than ever. There's a rush right now to uncover these valuable pennies before they disappear into collections forever. Don't miss your chance. This could be one of the greatest hidden treasures of our time. So go ahead, search those jars, drawers, even that old piggy bank. And if you find a 1965 no mint mark penny, your life might never be the same again. But here's one last thought. Could there be other coins out there, worth just as much or even more, hiding in plain sight? Well, that's a story for another time. Imagine holding a single penny that could change your life. Yes, a tiny 1-cent coin from 1973 with a D mint mark could be the key to a fortune, a staggering $1.3 million. But how can a humble penny hold such unimaginable wealth? What makes this particular penny so valuable? And how can you tell if the one in your pocket is the jackpot? Stick with me, because today we're diving into everything you need to know about this incredible piece of American history and how it could open the door to a life of wealth and luxury. And trust me, this is not one you want to miss. To understand why a 1973 D mint mark penny is worth millions, let's rewind and uncover the origins of the Abraham Lincoln penny. Released in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent has been a beloved part of American currency. Over the years, various mints, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Denver, produced billions of these coins. But like a needle in a haystack, certain rare ones emerged with tiny imperfections that set them apart. So, what's the big deal with this 1973 D mint mark penny? Well, that tiny D holds a secret that only the savviest collectors know. And here's the twist. Only a few lucky people have stumbled across these gems, tucked away in old jars, forgotten collections, or loose change. But what if the next jackpot coin is hiding in your drawer right now? Now, that's something to get excited about. Imagine walking into a coin dealer with a random old penny, hoping it might be worth a few bucks, only to be told you're sitting on a $1.3 million treasure. It sounds unbelievable, right? Almost like winning the lottery. But without even buying a ticket. So, let's get to the heart of the matter. Why is this particular penny worth a fortune? It's all about scarcity and demand. In the world of coin collecting, small details make a huge difference. During the 1970s, several errors occurred during minting, and some coins were stamped with a unique set of marks. These rare, error coins have fascinated collectors and enthusiasts for years because of their historical and monetary value. The 1973 D-Mint mark penny has a specific set of markings and misprints. Some are double-stamped, some have subtle deformities, and others have material inconsistencies. These quirks turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream and, as a result, drive the price sky high. But beware, counterfeit versions do exist, so knowing what to look for is crucial. You might be wondering, how do I know if my old penny is a rare one? Great question. And better yet, how do you go about selling it for that jaw-dropping price? Don't go anywhere, because up next, we'll break down exactly what you need to check on your 1973 penny to see if you're in for a surprise. Now that you know what makes this coin so rare, let's talk specifics. Here's a quick list of what to check. Look for the D-Mint mark on the coin. This mark means it was minted in Denver, and that's where the magic starts. Inspect for errors. Error coins are rare, and certain misprints or double stamps on the 1973 D penny make it even more valuable. You may need a magnifying glass to inspect these details closely. Condition matters. Coins that have been well preserved with minimal wear can fetch even higher prices. If you find a 1973 D penny that's in pristine condition, you're looking at a truly valuable piece. Here's a bonus tip. There are professional coin appraisers who can verify the authenticity and rarity of your penny. And trust me, you don't want to take chances by selling it for less than it's worth. Quick question. Would you trade a penny for $1 million? Seems like a no-brainer, right? Well, that's exactly what's at stake with this little treasure. The market for rare coins has been skyrocketing in recent years, with collectors eager to add unique items to their portfolios. And with inflation on the rise, people are turning to collectibles as alternative investments. What does this mean for you? The demand for rare coins is at an all-time high, which means that prices are only climbing. Waiting too long could mean missing out on a historic opportunity to cash in. So, what's stopping you from diving into that old coin collection, or even taking a closer look at the change in your car's cup holder? Now, here's the $1 million question. Or should I say, the $1.3 million question. Do you have one of these rare treasures waiting to be discovered? Imagine what a discovery like that could do for your life. A penny today, a luxury lifestyle tomorrow. Just imagine, finally turning an old coin into a new beginning, a life of comfort, freedom, and endless possibilities. So, go on. Dig through your change jar, check that old wallet, and find out if you're holding a fortune right in the palm of your hand. And if you do find that elusive 1973 D-Mint mark penny, remember, you're part of a rare few with a piece of history worth millions.